love these electric pumps. A whole lot easier than trying to lift a 5-gallon can up there and fill your tank. I had already cut this punched this gasket out. This is a exhaust gasket, so it has metal impregnated. You could see the metal on the edge here. So you can't just do it with a pair of scissors, so you have to use punches. Well, I don't have any punches like that, but I made one, and my mistake was I made it too small the first time around. So we're going to try it again. See if we can get it to work this time. Now let's try it again. It wouldn't fit the first time around. Let's try it again. Ah, just right. Now we're ready to put this header on. Let's do it. We're going to use some, I'm using stainless steel fasteners, and I don't want to use lock washers because it's on my header. So I'm using permanent thread locker. Okay. And that's the red one you can see in the threads here. I'll bring you over here. See if I can get it down in there without shaking too badly. I'll bring you back after we get it all screwed down. Well, we've got our exhaust all bolted down permanently. Show you the other side too. And we also have our choke linkage. And I've got to make some modifications to it because it's not quite working the way I want it to. I think I have to raise these up a little bit higher, but you can see the one over there is working, the one over here is working, and I can make them both work together. And I tried a couple of different setups with one cable and then running from one carburetor to the other, and I couldn't get it to function properly. So we just have two separate choke cables here, one for each carburetor. They're just setting in there. They're not bolted down at the moment because I got to finish up the firewall and feed them through there. But they're right next to each other, so it's easy to pull them out together and push them in together, you know what I'm saying? So it's as good as having one. So that's done. Gonna have to notch my radiator shell on each side for this one, and I'll put a grommet up in here, and that'll help to hold that, keep it from getting down into the flywheel. Of course, I've got to remount my grill in there and finish putting the stainless steel screws in here and put the chrome cap on. We'll do all of that just before we put the radiator shell on permanently. But we're going to be starting the engine before we do that. The only thing I have left to do now, because we got the choke, we have our gas pedal all hooked up, and you've seen that working already. It's got to be all taken apart, but it's all functioning right now, good enough to start it. The only thing I have left to do is I've got to put my two adapter washers on each carburetor, and I just have to countersink them. They're all drilled, but I have to countersink them so I can use the countersink screws. I was going to use these, but if I use these kind of screws, then they stick up above, and I can't use this on that. I would have to set it up, and I suppose I still could do that, but I might as well do that and have them all done, and then I can just swap this from one carburetor to the other without having to mess with this washer. So that's one last thing I have to do, countersink them, mount them up, and then we'd be ready to start. So yeah, we're just about there. And then because of the header paint that I have on it, I have to run it for like 10 minutes and then let it cool down for 30 minutes, and then I have to run it for 20 minutes and let it cool down for 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and you got to do it like 3 times to cure the paint on the headers. So we'll have to do that. And I have a fan set up here because the goofy cart won't be moving. We have to move some air through it because we don't have any shrouding on it, and it's basically like a motorcycle, and you don't like to let a motorcycle just sit and idle for any long periods of time, because without air moving through your cooling fins, it won't cool. So that's why we have our fan here, so we can keep it cooling, and that'll give us a good chance while it's running like that to get our carburetors adjusted in together. And yeah, I don't have my kill wire hooked up. That's just a matter of plugging it in here on the bottom of the coil, and I'm just going to do that temporarily for now. And I guess I will hook up the solenoid. I have the solenoid mounted down here and bolted into the starter itself. So I'll have to run the wire from here up to the battery right there, just a real short one, and this is the wire. Ooh, stop shaking, George. That's the wire that goes to the starter button. So we'll take care of that at the same time. So we're real close. Today is Friday. Not sure if I'll get back to work on it tomorrow or not. Then Monday is the holiday, and and Tuesday I have a doctor's appointment. I won't get back to it till the middle of next week. And I'm trying to get my doors on and the roof on over the porch on the addition. In this clip you'll be seeing the update on that, and I'm trying to get all this stuff done because unfortunately the end of February I have an appointment to go in and have a pacemaker put on for my heart, so that's going to be slowing me down for a couple of months. I won't be allowed to go back to full-on activities for between 8 and 12 weeks afterwards. I won't even be able to drive a car for 3 weeks. So, no big deal, but the doctor said I need to have it done. I've been having problems with dizziness, and so if you are of a mind to and you think of it, I wouldn't mind a prayer here and there for me. I'm confident that God has everything under control in my life, and so I'm not worried about it in the least. But it never hurts to have the prayers of friends. So thanks for watching, commenting, subscribing, thumbs up, sharing, all them good things. This is George, the Shade Tree Fix-It Man, saying thanks for watching. Bye now.